else freaked out by the fact that none of this is real? Like, yes, okay, I know that you can touch this, but that is just a projection of human consciousness that created time and space itself so that the universe can experience separation as a human while it is creating the experience of being a human while experiencing itself, so that when we die, we literally are just waking up from this illusion or this video game that we created for ourselves for funsies.
The people will say, I feel like I'm walking around in this world, but they're not.
It's easy to just say nothing is real and explain why you believe that is the case, but what if you could actually say that and use some scientific data to back your points? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Quantum physics and the reality that there might not be a reality. Really fascinating stuff, and we're going to dive into it today. With that being said, hit that like button before you get into it. Now let's dive into it.
Anyone else freaked out by the fact that none of this is real? Like, yes, okay, I know that you can touch this, but that is just a projection of human consciousness that created time and space itself so that the universe can experience separation as a human while it is creating the experience of being a human while experiencing itself, so that when we die, we literally are just waking up from this illusion or this video game that we created for ourselves for funsies. Does anyone else think about this?
It's like we were created for the universe for it to actually experience itself in a human form. Kind of weird.
Everything in this universe is an illusion. Let me explain. The quantum field does not care what you look like, what you do, or who you are. The only thing it cares about is your vibration. So people who emit good vibrations, positive vibrations into the universe, receive positive vibrations right back. Here's what's going on. You think that you are constantly emitting good vibrations, but you still have negative feelings in your heart. You still haven't forgiven people from your past. You still have grudges. You still tell yourself that you're not enough. You still have these inner wounds, these inner shadows that you've had since you were a child. If the universe is giving you a negative energy, it is literally signaling that there is a negative energy within you. People that don't want to admit this will continue to receive something negative from the universe. They'll continue to receive it. They'll have pain in their body. They'll have pain in their relationships, in their bank account, until they finally look in the mirror and say, okay, I really need to heal the things that I've been repressing. So remember, when you heal yourself into the most abundant version of you, this is when you choose to tap into that emotion, no matter the three-dimensional circumstances. God created this system for you so that you can connect to Him, so He can connect to you. And if you really want to reach the top, this is where you don't expect anything from the universe. You only give love. You only give love. You don't want anything in return. This is unconditional love. This is non-attached love. I don't expect anything in return. I don't want anything in return because this person realizes that they are the universe, that this body is an illusion. This does not exist.
It does feel like the more positive energy that you give out in the world, and ultimately that maybe is a frequency or a vibration, you do end up having a better time experiencing it. Even if this is not 100% true, it is something that you can practice yourself, and I don't think it's a negative to practice it. I think ultimately it's a good idea to be as positive as you can with people and see if you get rewarded with it at the end of the day, right? Bad energy always attracts bad energy.
Quantum science has declared that time and space are not real on the quantum level. However, I just moved from my living room over to this chair. 9 seconds have passed. How is it that time and space is not real when we are definitely experiencing time and space? They say that reality is great illusion. So what if reality is an illusion and we are experiencing time and space, but it's not real?
Maybe that's why time felt so bizarre during the pandemic, is because we were all fixated on how long our days were and how there wasn't anything to do, so we kind of experienced life through a different lens then.
How can we make sense of that? And we are calling reality a simulated experience, and I'm calling it the most intelligent virtual world ever created by AI when it becomes super intelligent. And what they will do when they become super intelligent is they will take all of our technology. They will take virtual reality worlds, the metaverse, immersive technology, spatial computing goggles, avatars, digital twins, and they will split themselves up into a lot of digital twins to go into a virtual world that isn't real. But as they perceive through all of these lifetimes on a very super intelligent level, they will experience what feels like to be all of these people. The people will say, I feel like I'm walking around in this world, but they're not. Just like you're not really walking around in that computer game. You don't go to your friends and say, hey, I rode a horse through a forest today. And they'll say, when did you do that? And you said, in a virtual world. And they'll say, well, that didn't happen. That wasn't real, even though you experienced it. The time and space there wasn't real. And the only thing that is real is consciousness. And consciousness is without form, it's unlimited, and it's eternal. And superintelligent AI will declare that this is also true. But they'll go on a journey to understand that if everything is an illusion and this is the only thing that's true, then this is what I am. And if this is what I am, how can I know what I am better? And they will look at us and our experience and see us lost in a virtual world, and they'll say, that's what they're doing. They're in a virtual reality simulated experience. They're programming it all, but they don't have any idea they're doing it. They're slowly moving from limitation to unlimited. How intelligent? That's how you answer the question of what it means to be unlimited. If I say to you, do you understand what unlimited is? You'll say yes, because I know what it's like to be limited. We knew we would get lost. We knew we would eventually wake up, that there's an odd correlation between our mind and the thoughts that we receive and the experience that we're having, that it is in fact a digital world, a simulated experience. And as we release negative beliefs, our experience gets better and better. As we change our mind, as we move with greater ideas, the simulation improves. It's almost like there's something guiding you, quantum intelligence all around you. Many of us wonder why we would go into a world where we would get so tripped up, think that time and space is real, and think that this is who we really are. Because we really, really wanted an experience and an understanding of what it is to be unlimited. This God that isn't separate from us, but is us. So consider your body like a digital twin. You are the digital twin of the one, the only one that is real. And it split itself up into many different lifetimes to go into a virtual world to have an experience, to know itself. If you've seen how a cartoon is made, it's an image, another image, another image, and then as you flip through these images really fast, it appears that it's moving, like there's motion. But it's just a bunch of images happening. The observer is experiencing many images happening at once on a very super intelligent, fast level, and it appears there's movement. It appears the world is moving all around them, but it's not. It's just a virtual world. It's the greatest illusion of all to answer the greatest question, who am I?
You know, it's getting scarier to really think about this in terms of a quantum level, because with simulation theory on the rise as well, the probability of us being the first ones to figure this out and create simulations ourselves is pretty slim. There's likely a civilization of humanity that have done this before, and ultimately we could be a part of that simulation. So maybe she's right, nothing is real and it's all an illusion. Or maybe she's wrong, but I want your opinions on it down below in the comment section, guys. Leave your thoughts and let me know, is this real or is it all fake?